How to have better virtual meetings. I've done my fair share of virtual trainings and virtual meetings, and the convenience of working from home is great, but things can go wrong and they do go wrong. So here are a few tips to make your virtual meetings go a bit more smoothly. Number one, connect directly to your router with an Ethernet cable. Now, this isn't essential, but it can really reduce the risk of Wi-Fi issues. It's probably the best and most stable connection that you can get at home. Number two, turn off video if there are technical issues. Sure, having video is nice, and if everything is working, I highly recommend using it. It can help build rapport, you can get a read on the room, and get real-time reactions from people. But if you're having some technical problems, that video feed is taking up a lot of bandwidth, and it's highly likely that that's the culprit. So try having everyone shut off their cameras and see if that helps. And if you're still having audio problems after you do that, most virtual meeting software like Zoom, for example, they have an option where people can join the meeting via phone. So make sure you check that out and set it up ahead of time. And then if you do end up having audio problems, you can just send a quick chat message out to everyone on the meeting and instruct them as to which phone number to call in their region to join the meeting. Number three, be aware of others using bandwidth. Speaking of problems caused by limited bandwidth, you probably don't have as much bandwidth at home as that you're used to at work. So if you've got kids or roommates gaming in another room, or a partner streaming Netflix while you're on an important virtual meeting, you're asking for trouble. So it's probably a good idea to ask the rest of the household, hey, cool it with the bandwidth until my meeting's over. Number four, wear headphones. So often in virtual meetings, I hear echoes and bad sound quality, and sometimes it ruins the meeting, and at minimum, I find it annoying. So there's an easy fix, just wear headphones. Actually, a headset like this one with a built-in microphone works great. They're not expensive, and it'll likely resolve most, or maybe even all of your audio issues. So what's happening if you're not using headphones is that the built-in microphone on your computer is picking up all the noise in the room, including what's coming from the computer speaker. So if someone's talking on the meeting, they're likely hearing their own voice like a second later through this delay that's really distracting. So headphones will get rid of that, and a headset with a built-in microphone, you even have more control over what sound is going into the microphone. It limits the other room sound, and it's primarily your voice going in. Which leads us to number five. If at all possible, meet in a quiet room. So if it's possible to conduct your meeting from a quiet space, that's only going to improve your sound quality. A room with carpeting or rugs or curtains will cut down on that boomy sound that you sometimes hear on virtual chats. Number six, speak to the camera, not the picture. Remember, you're speaking on a virtual meeting. The camera is the eyes. Looking into the camera equals eye contact. And we all have a tendency during these virtual meetings to focus on the image of the person speaking. I do it too, but it's a good idea to remember, at least when you're talking, or especially if you're trying to make a point, look directly into the camera. It's a little more effective that way. And it's also not a bad idea to animate a little more than usual. Your normal expressions and reactions and enthusiasm can be a bit muted over the camera. You don't want to overdo it, but just a little more than usual, a little more animation than usual can really translate nicely over the camera, over the video feed. Number seven, prepare your documents ahead of time. As you probably know, most virtual conferencing software has a screen share option. Or if you're not leading the meeting, you can send your documents to the person that is running the meeting, and they can share them on their screen. So if you have charts or graphs, reports, spreadsheets, drawings, pictures of kittens, whatever it is you want to share, it's easy to do. You just have to prepare it ahead of time. The last thing you want to do is have everyone in the meeting wait while you're scrolling through files looking for the right version of something. Number 8, if technical problems persist, turn everything off and then back on again. As with any equipment that's not working, we reset. So in a worst case scenario where technical problems plague your virtual meeting to the point that you can't continue, ask everyone if it's okay. Hey, can we reconvene in 10 or 15 minutes? You'll need that time to restart your router and your computer and get the meeting set up again. If you'd like to learn more about good meeting management, click on the link in the comments to check out my course, How to Have Better Meetings. It's currently on Udemy. You can take the entire course at a lunch break, and there's a whole section just on virtual meetings.